Okay, I wanted to share what I've been working on a little bit. I've been trying to leverage AI to help me do better analysis. I've been trying to use Great ML, Apple's AI application. Basically, they have, you can choose from these options: image classification, object detection, motion, which is not great for all 22 football videos. At least from what I've tried, it hasn't worked all that well. What I've been mainly using is object detection. I'm trying to figure out how to leverage tabular classification a little bit more. And what object detection does is I'll go into Photoshop and I'll crop out the players, and then I'll create a layer for each, and then I can do an export the coordinates, and then I'll take these coordinates, I'll put it in a JSON file, put it in a folder along with the pictures, and it will train the AI to recognize the players on the field. So once I've done that, I can then feed it the pictures that I export from. I use Premiere Pro to export the photos. I like it because it has automatic scene detection. So I'll cut each scene detection, and then I can just quickly go through, export the files, and hopefully the idea is that I can quickly identify each formation for analysis. It works decently well. Then from there, I used Python to... so Python will identify the formation, and then it gives me the confidence level. And then I've also been trying to incorporate deduction to identify the formation a little bit better. So like, for example, if there's one wide receiver on one side, then you know there's 4 wide receivers somewhere else. You know there's a running back, then there's 3 eligible receivers somewhere on the field. And so that way you can better identify formation. I tried using XY coordinates, but the problem with that is that the all-22 film has different distorted viewpoints from the camera. So if the NFL, if they were able to move their camera so it was one shot from directly from like where the center is horizontally, if they can move like horizontally across the stadium and just have a consistent camera view, you could probably use XY coordinates, but it was too hard to figure that out. I was trying to do like proportion, and it was just too difficult. I tried using a color range in Photoshop as well, and that worked decently well. So Photoshop has a option where you can select the color, automatically select color, and then you can expand the selection, and it'll select all the Charger players based on their powder blue color. That worked okay. I think object detection worked a little bit better. The color range was faster when using image classification. The image classification, when I was training the AI model, it was much faster. So I was also working on cleaning up Excel so that I can data scrape ESPN's play-by-play, so I can use it for analysis as well. I was going to use that with my own play identification. So I'll put in like 2x2 or 3x3, like play action, pass or whatever, and then I'll do analysis based off that. I don't know where the VBA code, but so made all the VBA code, and it's going to clean it up, and then it's going to look like this, and then I can run analysis based off that. I'm trying to use tabular classification, and I got it working to a degree. So I exported this, and I'm not really sure what this means or how I can use it. So I need to look a little bit more into how to use tabular classification. But basically, it gives you predictions on what play they will run. You just got to train the model. So I've been working on that. I'm also trying to make AI model to quickly identify pass charts. So the idea is to quickly input a pass chart, then maybe use Python to identify a quadrant, and then identify like the completions and incompletions, touchdowns in that quadrant. So you get a better idea of like where specific team defenses weaknesses are, like if they give up a lot of out routes or whatever. So I need to train this model a little bit more so it's better at identifying the dots. And then I'm also trying to make an app where I can get other people's help to identify formations and plays so that it won't take me as long. Looking at my iPhone, and it's going to look something like this, hopefully, where you can input, for play 1, 2x1, maybe right into play. You can save or cancel it. And then I'm trying to have it export it to me, and then I can have that information. Let's see what else. I also have some Charger play concepts. I was thinking of a wide zone with Pataya with Darius Davis, option toss, 2-back set, ideas with Najee Nomarian, running cross, run plays, and also can run play action off of it, or have running backs do quick outs to make linebackers open up middle. 2 running backs can be used in a similar manner as 2 tight ends. I was thinking about certain blocking schemes work better with certain pass routes, doing direct snaps with Pataya, optional toss to Herbert, standing off the side, or keep for a run, using QJ as a running back, QJ in the right, RPO option to the right, option right, QB run left, or throw fade route. I also had ideas about how NFL might incorporate VR glasses. They could have if they use, take Apple's goggles, for example, they can someone's looking through their goggles, they can see the QB vision like they would on television, but they can see it as they're looking at the field, or maybe they can see other things in the stadium while looking through the glasses. Or maybe if they put like a camera on the quarterback, you could see that field of vision in your goggles along with seeing it real time, or you can see it through your phone. Another thing I was postulating was Harbaugh can use coaches and data to formulate a plan, and if that is a matchup plan, have an alternative plan to winning. Should Harbaugh attack with unpredictability with great play action passing and running, or mixing formations and keeping defenses guessing? Should Harbaugh stick to, for example, one formation scheme like heavy formation and keep using it until it no longer works, or until defenses adjust? The plan B formations at best combat that week's weaknesses like weak secondary, weak front line. Does having different tools in the tool bag contribute to more success, especially in the playoffs? The strength of the offense was play action pass, but that is not possible with illusion of the run, and that was consistent throughout the league. If play action pass is enabled by illusion of the run, does have a spread offense enable a run game through the illusion of the pass? How significant was play action pass in the NFL in 2024? It remains a highly effective strategy in the NFL. Play action is most effective when paired with a credible run game, though data suggests the threat of the run alone rather than the consistent rushing success is enough to make defenses bite. This makes it a versatile tool, especially in situations like first downs, second and short, when teams have a lead, and it slows down linebackers and creates mismatches. Explosive plays in 2024 is challenging due to limited comprehensive league-wide data specific to 2024, but available information provides some insights. The Lions were 15-2. They recorded 78 explosive plays, 50 pass, 28 runs through Week 10, ranking 11th league-wide. The Packers led the NFL in Week 4 with 38 explosive plays, 21 runs, 17 pass. Steelers adjusted explosive play metric, which weighs longer plays, 40 yards doubled, 60 yards tripled, touchdowns multiplied by 6. In comparison to previous years, Dolphins were highlighted for their explosive offense early in the season, 15 explosive plays in a single game versus the Chargers. Over the last 3 years, drives with 15-plus yard play score at 52% rate, higher than 48% from 2015 to 2019, indicating a growing reliance on explosive plays for offensive success. Defenses in 2024 prioritized limiting explosive plays, with teams like Atlanta and Kansas City allowing fewer 20-plus yard passes. The lack of consistent definitions, 15-plus versus 20-plus, and incomplete season-long data for 2024 makes precise comparisons difficult. However, the Steelers' improvement, 66 offensive explosive plays in 2024 versus below average in 2023, and the Ravens' league-leading 84 explosive plays suggests 2024 maintained a slightly increased emphasis on big plays for top teams. In conclusion, explosive plays in 2024 remain a cornerstone of offensive success, with top teams like Ravens, Lions, Eagles generating high numbers, consistent with trends from 2021 to 2023, where explosive plays significantly boosted scoring, 52% scoring rate on drives with one 15-plus yard play. So there you go. Like and subscribe. Have a nice day.